Eleanor is alone without his family, who has been taken away from him. He has been lonely and depressed ever since he got separated during one of the selections. Knowing that he'll never see his family again, he doesn't know what to live for anymore. Zelina, the Wicked Witch of the West, is preparing to leave her castle to the concentration camps.
Pretty.
As she admires herself in the mirror, she finalizes her wicked plan to rule the world.
Soon I will rule the world. All I need are some flying monkeys. Wahahaha!
Zelina finally arrives at the concentration camps. There, it is very run down as the stone buildings have begun to chip and crumble. It smells of burning flesh and spoiled soup. Zelina begins to order the prisoners
Come,
around.
little pretties, line yourselves in number order.
The Jewish prisoners line up according to the tattoos etched onto their arms. Zelina carefully inspects the people. She looks at their current body condition and stares into the lifeless eyes of the prisoners. None of them have major injuries.
Hello? Where did it go? Now, certainly you all are aware of why you lined up here. I'm in need of helpers, and you all fit the job. This won't hurt one bit.
Zap! Zelina flicks her magic wand to cast her spell. All the prisoners are transformed into flying monkeys, except one, Eleanor. Eleanor flees from Zelina in no particular direction. His only goal is to escape the concentration camp and avoid Zelina.
I don't need to worry about that one, though. The guards will catch it.
Eleanor enters the lush green forest, the only living creature Eleanor has met since entering the concentration camps. Suddenly, he hears a girlish whisper. Over here.
Dorothy jumps out from behind a tall oak tree. She begins to question Eleanor.
Were you a prisoner? Did you escape? Eleanor nods his head slowly. Good. You can help me save the others. I know where a reverse spell is being kept in the witch's castle.
Eleanor hesitates to agree. He barely knows her. Why should he be willing to help her when no one helped him recover from the loss of his family? Who are you and what do you want?
I'm Dorothy, and I'm here to stop Zelina, who has been taking over camps across the nation.
Why should I help them? I have no one else I care about in this world. They're all dead.
Just because you are alone doesn't mean your life is over. Think about the others. Do you want them to feel like you do now? Eleanor shakes his head no in response. Exactly. If you help me, we can change the lives of others, and hopefully you can change the way you see yours too.
Eleanor is still hesitant to help. After considering how he will still be in danger if Zelina's plan succeeds, Eleanor agrees to assist Dorothy. Okay then, where do we begin?
After a long walk through the forest, they arrive at the gate of Zelina's castle. We need to go up the stairs when the guards change. It will be soon.
Then what? Is the spell in her secret lair?
Yes, but we will be needing this.
Dorothy picks up an empty water bucket.
On my count, we run through those doors and up the stairs. Ready? 1, 2, 3, now! The guards change positions while Dorothy and Eleanor sprint through the castle gates. They enter Zelina's castle as quietly as possible. Great, we're in. I just have one question for you. Eleanor, why weren't you turned into a flying monkey like the others?
I managed to escape before her magic reached me. The others weren't as lucky.
Well, I'm glad you survived and agreed to help.
They reach the two green gigantic doors that lead into Zelina's lair.
Before we go in, let's fill this with water. They fill the water bucket with water from an indoor fountain. Are you ready?
Let's go save the others. Immediately, they pushed back the heavy wood doors, entering a huge bedroom. As they searched the room, Dorothy's eye came upon the jar containing the spell. Just as they began to run toward it, boom! Zelina appears in a flash of bright light.
What do you think you're doing here?
Zelina brings up her arm and zap! She tries hitting the two of them with her magic, but they were too fast for her. Eleanor was able to run to the water bucket before Zelina turned to face him.
We're here to save our friends! Eleanor quickly threw the bucket of water at Zelina, drenching the witch from head to toe.
Zelina begins to melt like a candle. Soon, all that's left of her is a puddle of green slime, topped with a soggy hat.
Everyone.
Meanwhile, Dorothy and Eleanor run to the jar and retrieve the spell.
The duo begins to run down the long, cold corridors, nearing the dungeons where the prisoners are kept. Once they arrived, they were greeted by the snarling faces of the flying monkeys behind bars. Dorothy begins to slowly recite the spell, and the monkeys are surrounded by a faint glow. Soon, the prisoners are no longer monkeys and are back to their normal selves. Eliezer rushes to unlock the gates, and all his friends start to rejoice.
Eliezer looks at them with eyes full of joy.
You did it!
He was thankful to Dorothy because she had helped him free himself from the clutches of sorrow and depression. Now he understood the power of helping others not for your own benefit.
At first, I didn't care about anything other than my own sorrow, but now I realize that my life isn't the only important one. Thank Dorothy, because without her, we wouldn't be here right now. Eliezer now helps others who have gone through what he has gone through. He teaches them that all lives are important. Even if it seems like your world is crashing down, there is always something that can keep it up.